What's the plan then?
We're going to the Winchester.
The pub.
Yeah, boy!
Hey everybody, how are we doing? Hello, hello, how is everybody? Happy Friday. Hello Purples and the Whisk. The Purples and the Whisk. The Purples and the Whisk. How is the Purples and the Whisk today? Is everybody happy it is Friday? Is everyone happy it is Friday? Oh, I need to fill up my water. How is everybody today? Are we all okay?
Well. Look who finally decided to show his face.
Well.
It's Friday. You need to put on music.
I do.
Moo. Tongue.
I do. It's Friday Music Day. Friday Music Day. Thank you very much for the bits, Purpley Spark. Absolute legend. How are you? Right, let's get that in the wet palette. Pour it in that side as well. There we go. That should be enough. We can actually put the palette cam on today because we are going to be painting, which is good. Plug the palette cam in. There we go. Kind of messed up when building the bananas. I didn't realise when I built the shield ones that there are correspondence. Yes, no, I said that on stream. Oh no, Purples. I said that on stream and I said that on the video. No. No. Have you sorted it out? That was one of the things, because that's how I normally build stuff. Yeah, we're going to do some Night Lords today. We're going to do some Night Lords. Because... yeah, because cool. Although I do have cookie. Nom. They look bad and it all fit well. They don't look bad. Okay. You have to build them half spears, half shields, because you don't have parts for all spears and all shields. So the way the boxes work is that you will have a box of shields and swords and a box of spears. So although the bodies are duplicated, you then have the sprue for the weapons, and those weapons only go with those arms, and those arms only go on certain bodies. So it's one of the very few kits that you have to follow the instructions for. There's no converting you can do. There is no converting you can do. So yeah, I tried to point that out as many times as I could. Sorry, Perps. Yeah, you can't. You can't take the same body twice for the same weapon set. You can't. Because you don't have the arms to fit that body. So the arms are weapon specific, and the arms are body specific. Music. Put some music on. Yeah, I tried to tell as many people as I could about that, because it caught me out. It caught me out, and then I had to. And then I had to pair up all the arms with bodies so that I knew that I had all the arms in the right places. So yeah, nightmare. Yeah. So, Night Lords. I think this is the way I'm going to go. Which is quite interesting, because it's not the way I was going to go last week. Yeah, I think this is the direction, and I think this will look okay. So this is 3 paints. So it's obviously Night Lord's blue. And then it's pale grey blue, which is the same as another project which I did. And then there's a secret shade weapon, which you'll have to wait for Patreon to find out. So yeah, this is. I'm loving this. This is this has the potential to look really, really cool. Yeah, I think this could look really cool, and it gives you room for it gives you room for chipping, B, it gives you room for lightning, and C, it gives you room for highlights. Bum bum. So have you built all of yours, Whiskey? I know Purples has built all of hers. So have you built all of yours as well? The Whisk. The Whiskey and the Perps. The Whiskey and the Perps. But yeah, I did exactly the same thing. And I had all the bits on my desk, and I had to kind of match everything up. So it was a little bit tricky, but sort of okay. You built Shield, Captain, Tank, and Dread. Finished painting the Dread, and I'm in the middle of painting the Tank. Gotcha. Yeah. So basically, Whiskey, follow the instructions. It's the only kit where I will say follow the instructions. I'll tell you what as well. So here's a not a revelation, but a pondering which I've had. The Night Lords seem to really like Terminators. So I think I want to do, you know, the Saturnine Praetor, the new Saturnine Praetor. I think I want to do a Night Lord Saturnine Praetor with either a massive chain glaive or some other kind of flayed skin kind of weapon. I don't know. I kind of want to make like a big sickle, like a glaive sickle or something, like a long-armed sickle. But yeah, I just have a that would be nice. I like. There's something about, because all their Praetors are in Tartarus armor. They have 2 special units, both in Terminator armor. So they have the Contencors, contours, which are in cataphracti, and then they have animentals or animentars, which are in Tartarus. So I have to wait for new Tartarus so that I can do the animentors. And then they have this Praetor, and yeah, they just seem to really like Terminators. So I might do like 3 Terminator squads, all of the different. Like if they ever bring out that bloody Saturnine assault kit that was definitely on the internet. There was definitely a picture on the internet. Definitely. Then maybe I'll do that. They reference the body by its last step. For example, 4A, 4B, yes. And they will reference it as 4A, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Arms are weapon and body specific. So I think that is going to be okay. I think that looks okay. So it's all airbrushed, apart from these little highlights here, which I just dropped on before the stream, just to see how they looked. But everything else is airbrushed, because I want to save as much time as I can on that step, so that I can spend a bit more time on the painting step. So yeah. And while we're here, I need to paint the inside of that. Okay. How's everybody's week been? Have we all had fun? Have we all had a good week, a good day, or good week stuff things? Let's get that up out of the way. There we go. Yeah, he's cool, right. Everybody okay? Been tidying my desk today and doing some painting and airbrushing and things. I watched The Boys, the first 2 episodes of the new Boys season, which is cool. So I got that watched. Hey Alfredo, how are you doing? Hello YouTube. Everybody else watching on YouTube, hello. How is all of YouTube doing? Are you all okay as well? New models are 100 times better. Yes, they've got 100 times more detail and proportions on them. I was going to do that in the video, and I was kind of like, actually, it's not worth it, because in comparison, the new models are shit. So it's just like, can't be bothered to do the comparison. Yeah, they're pretty good, aren't they? Had a hectic week, but it feels like I might get a new work opportunity that would be a step up. Oh, fantastic, Alfredo. Fantastic, congrats. Fantastic and congrats. Fantastic and congrats. Fantastic and congrats. Okay, so that's where we need to paint today. Got to do more painting. No worries. No worries. I'm going to have to mix this highlight colour. So I've got two highlight colours and they're really, really sensitive to how much pale grey blue, because there's quite a big jump between pale grey blue and Night Lord's blue, obviously. So that mix is quite. I'm going to have to kind of pre-mix that, I think, because it's quite a big jump. Mexico also beat Croatia in their first rugby. Oh, nice. Making history for the sport. Oh, wow. I wasn't aware, to be honest, that Mexico or Croatia even played rugby, so that's cool. I mean, I guess every country pretty much plays it, thinking about it, so congrats. Night Lords. Yes. Yes. Chaos Space Marines with style. So there is going to be a Patreon tutorial on this. Never fear. The tutorial is near. What happened to my Raven Guard? My Raven Guard is still here, so I have 3 armies planned for Horus Heresy, because I got sent loads of Horus Heresy stuff. Games Workshop sent me loads of Horus Heresy stuff when the Horus Heresy stuff came out, and I've been like painting them up in Emperor's Children and Raven Guard and Night Lords, and I did a World Eater, I did an Iron Warrior, everything. So I painted up loads of different ones. I've been trying to find like some legions. Anyway, I got the resin elite squads for the Dark Angels and the Night Lords. So I have those models, and then I started the Raven Guard because I wanted to commit to a a legion, so I went Raven Guard. Started all of those. And now they are about 2,000 points worth. The Night Lords is something that I've been kind of planning and mulling over and converting and building for ages now. And today is the day we start painting one. So yeah, the Raven Guard haven't gone anywhere. The Raven Guard are amazing. Crows! Yeah, Raven Guard aren't going anywhere. Raven Guard are awesome. How's everybody's Friday been? Have you all had fun? You all got a good lot of Saturday planned? You got Mama Chips on my desk for... Aww. Mama Chips has come for cuddles, that's cool. How are the potatoes? Have they been zooming today, or are they busy not doing zoomings? Got very quiet Twitch chat today. Everybody's head down painting. Okay, let's move that out of the way. So I've got, I have plans for the Saturnine, so I want to do a Saturnine unit, a Tartarus unit, and then the Contenco, Contakar unit, which is the Cataphracti resin, the resin Cataphracti. So I have those. So that would be cool to do. I definitely have to mix up a pot of this. So that's definitely something that we're going to have to do, because it's tricky to get exactly right. Definitely going to be tricky to get exactly right. Did some morning zoomies. Morning zooms. Where is the sword from? It's a Cruel Boys. Cruel Boys sword. For the assassins, I already have all the ones I want. I need to get some Sisters of Silence. Right, yes. Some more assassins. I would like to. I think this would be quite cool. I would like to convert up some Legion specific assassins. I think that would be really cool. So I want to do some assassins for the Raven Guard, which is obviously going to be a Vindicator. A Vindicator. I want to do an Exodus, probably an Exodus for the Night Lords. Yeah, I want to do some Legion specific kind of converted ones. I think that would be really cool. Yeah, I've got four 40k ones plus the info site. Yeah, I've got two of the info sites actually. Muzz is here. I'm in a lull. Make me paint, Chris. I just don't have the thingy for it. The works looks okay. Just sorry. You don't have to apologise. You don't have to paint all the time. It's fine. You can. What projects have you got on the go, Muzz? I did send you a message about the Razor Saw. Thank you very much. Super cool. So yeah, I want to do. I'm going to do a Legion specific. Assassin. I don't know what assassin to do for the Dark Angels actually. Maybe the Dark Angels don't need one. Well, the Dark Angels get that Iron dude, the Exindio dude, so maybe the Dark Angels don't need one. And then for the Saturnine stuff, obviously the Terminators are huge, so you've got a really nice kind of area to paint on and do all the lightning on and everything. But I definitely want to do. I'll probably do the Praetor first. Do a Praetor conversion. I do have one. I've got one Saturnine here which I've smoothed because I had one left because I got sent 6. And I've got one left. I built the other 5. 3 of them are already painted as Deliverers, and then 2 of them are kind of just red, rather than not primed or anything. So the other Saturnines are sort of allocated towards the Raven Guard, but I could quite easily do. I could quite easily do 3 on the Raven Guard and then take the other 3, 2 that I've already kind of primed and base coated, and do them as Night Lord. So I'd have 3 Raven Guard Deliverer Saturnines and then 3 Night Lord Saturnines. Yeah, I still need to find a body for the Exindio as well. Still need to find a body for the Exindio. I'm looking. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Right, okay, so we've got to that point. So that is just airbrushed and then highlighted. Like I say, this tutorial is going to be on Patreon next week once I've done another one. Because I want to do... This one's just like the practice one. And I also really, I'll tell you what I miss. I'll tell you what, this is really weird. I'll tell you what I miss about these. I miss the studded shoulder pads from the Mark 6, so I might start throwing in some studded shoulder pads. You want to build an Emperor's Children army in 40k that could double as a normal Chaos Space Marine army just to play with my Obliterators and Venom Crawlers that I was gifted with recently. Any ideas for colour schemes? I've got 2. There's 2 or 3. There's 3. There's 3 Emperor's Children colour scheme tutorials on my YouTube. Dark Angels get their own assassin, so they get a like an AI they get like an AI mech suit thing that's gone a bit mental, which doesn't have a model at the moment. Yay! How are you doing, Target? Yeah, it doesn't have a model at the moment, so everybody has to convert one. So I've got to convert an Exindio. It's called an Exindio Automata. An Exindio Automata. Automata! Yeah, the Man of Steel, yeah. Iron Man. Sneaky late stream. I said this morning, I told everybody on Discord this morning, I was like, I don't want to stream this afternoon, I'm going to stream this evening. So is an evening stream okay? So yes, it is. Hopefully it's not as sneaky as... Hopefully it's not as sneaky as you think it is. But yes, evening stream. How are you doing? How are you doing, Target? How are you doing, Target? I should use the stream schedule room in Discord to tell you all, because I think it gets lost in the chat sometimes. That looks pretty cool. Right, okay, so we've got that, and I need to black out everything. So everything that's going to be metal, we're going to black out. Yeah, let's do that now. So we're going to get some black. How's your Friday been, Mr. Target? Purples is on the lurk. Normal Friday so far. Okay. I didn't know whether to make these silver. In fact, I should look in the black book, shouldn't I? As to whether these are, how these are depicted on Night Lords in the black books. because I did a commission for Siege, and they told me to paint them silver, but I don't really know what they are. Right, where's the black books? I've got the black books up here. Oh, look at this, everybody, look at this. They're black. They're black. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, we're definitely doing that then. We're definitely doing that. We're not making them silver, we're making them black. That's awesome. Love the hue white effect. Is it controlled dry brushing or painting? Eric Swinson loves it as well, and yeah, cannot argue with him. Cannot. Is it controlled dry brushing or painting? Yeah, so these being black is cool. I like that. I'm glad I checked that. So yeah, that's the they're the art plates which I've based these on now. Not the really saturated one. How's your day been, Muzz? So does that mean that's black as well? I really like that they're black. You have so much to learn about Horus Heresy. I'm enjoying kind of picking up all the little bits of information, and it's incredibly enjoyable to hobby in the Horus Heresy universe. It's really enjoyable because there's so much to get your teeth into, so much more. It's so much. The lore is so much more supported than 40k is, which sounds weird. But the lore in Horus Heresy translates onto the models really well, whereas the lore in 40k doesn't. Which is the simplest way of putting it. You know what I mean. So we're blacking out everything here just so that we can see the separation and see how the panels look. And this is just a an Inducti, so we don't have to worry too much about this one. I thought it would be a really good test starting point. 40k has Tau. It's more Space Marines driven. It is more Space Marine driven, but the variety within the setting between each like Space Marine Legion arguably has got more variety between the Space Marine Legions than 40k has between its actual full factions. It's weird, but yeah, it's I try and explain it a lot, and I think the kind of the best I've come up with is that the rules in 40k do not encourage the lore and lore understanding, whereas the rules in Horus Heresy and therefore the game really encourage the lore differences between each legion. It's really nice. It's really nice. See, that is what I got to learn. What is an Inducti? So an Inducti is so after Isfahan, where half the legions got like absolutely decimated and destroyed. A lot of the legions were low on numbers, so they needed recruitment, and they needed quick recruitment. And the way they did quick recruitment in arguably in all of the legions was going to Terra and just ripping people up off the areas that were designated for Night Lords or for Imperial Fists or whatever. So they were just ripping people off off Terra, putting them through the Space Marine program. So they weren't trained or anything, they were just thrown in, Gene Seed was just thrown into them, and then they were thrown in suits of armour and thrown on the battlefield. So it's like a rapid recruit. So they're not as good as Space Marines, which is why they have shitty weapons up. And then this is another thing about the rules supporting the lore. All the Inducti all have different rules depending on which legion they're from. So the Night Lords Inducti have bolt pistol and it's called a killer's blade. This is. So the Night Lords have a bolt pistol and a close combat weapon, and they are able to run away if they get shot at. So they retreat if they get shot at, which is quite cool. The Raven Guard, I can't remember what the Raven Guard one does, because the Raven Guard, I wanted the Raven Guard to also have bolt pistol and a close combat weapon, and they don't. The Raven Guard ones have bolters, and I already made 20 Raven Guard with bolters, so I'd already made like 20 tactical marines, and I didn't want to make another 10 tactical marines and paint them up as Inducti, so I kind of like meh on the Raven Guard one. But I can't remember what the Raven Guard one does. What the option for the Raven Guard Inducti are. The Dark Angels ones can all have a weapon called Volkite, so they can all have Volkite weapons, which is quite cool because the Dark Angels have access to more armory, more of the ancient armory. So the Dark Angels Inducti are pretty well equipped. So I could do like a full unit of Dark Angels Inducti, but my Dark Angels Horus Heresy army is pretty much just going to be, preliminarily anyway, for Zone Mortalis, which is like Necromunda, the small skirmish version of Horus Heresy where you fight in, it's like boarding actions kind of thing. So I might not need Inducti in that because I've already got all the elite squads. So I pretty much just want like a unit of breaches and a unit of like tactical marines or veteran tactical marines. I don't know what these are, but I'm going to paint them black because they look like clasps.
Rude alert! Rude
Avian!
alert! Abandoned shop! This is not a daffodil. Repeat, this is not a daffodil.
I'm glad you're here, Avian, because I'm spouting out Horus Heresy ideas. How are you, sir? Happy Friday. There we go. Yeah, one of the Horus Heresy ideas, Avian, is firstly the Night Lords I'm really enjoying. They're really cool. Secondly, which I'm really pleased about, I was just painting these because I was blacking out all the bits which were going to be painted metal, or more importantly, all the bits that aren't blue. So we're painting all of the bits that aren't blue black. So we're blacking them all out. And then these little ribs on the legs. I said I don't quite know what colour these are supposed to be. Now, when I did the commission for Siege Studios, they told me to paint them silver. So I painted them silver. And I kind of hope... I was like, well, I don't know. I don't really know what colour they are. And then I said, I'll tell you what, I'll go and have a look at the art plate and see if there's an art plate in Mark II armour in the black books and see what colour they do it. And I thought that would be good. That would be cool. So after I blacked them all out, I went and had a look. They're actually black. They're actually black, which is proper cool. Proper cool. So yeah, they are now very much staying black. I'm very happy about that. I'm more happy about that than I am about most other things, because I didn't like them when they were painted silver. I thought they were too garish. So now they're black. They look fantastic. Look how cool that looks. So yeah. Pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. So you're chuffed, yes. Night Lords are the guy with lightning, yes. Yes, they are. I have so much Horus Heresy, and you just talked for the last 5 minutes, and I've been more info from you than my local Games Workshop. Chris, you're welcome. Thank you very much. Chris, if you have a look on my YouTube, there's a few little bits of Horus Heresy on there as well. So in the Splat book, still makes me laugh about the Splat book. The Night Lords are mentioned twice. Ooh. Are you a sprinkler? What? The whirlwinds seem miserable to paint. What seem miserable to paint? Night Lords? No. Night Lords aren't miserable to paint. See if I can get you a picture of... see if I can get you a picture of my Night Lords. Night Lords are cool as shit to paint. They're cool as shit to paint, dude. Where is it? This one's going to be up on Patreon, so this kind of tutorial is going to be up on Patreon next week. Where's my Night Lords? So that's my Night Lords Legions Imperialis. There you go. There's my Night Lords Legions Imperialis. There's my Golden Demon entry stood next to a Space Marine, which is hilarious. Where's the... Oh, there's my Night Lord's Whirlwind. So I do actually have a Whirlwind Avian. I do have a Whirlwind. The lightning patterns seem painful to freehand. Depends whether you like freehand or not. I really like freehand, so they're not really painful at all. There's a 40k Night Lords that we did. We did that one for the Warhammer Community article when those came out. There we go. There's the one I did when the edition first came out. So that is my old colour scheme for Night Lords. Same with that one. So the lightning on that one as well. Yeah, that's the old colour scheme for the Night Lords, which I did. Oh, there's a Night Lords. There we go. So there's freehand, basically. So that's me freehanding. I like freehanding. The basic standard for Games Workshop painting from year 0 is that if in doubt, paint it black. Yes, basically that. Yeah. So let's just turn that off. So that's my. Oh, let me just change the battery so that you can actually see what I'm doing. There you go. So that's my old colour scheme, that kind of really saturated blue, and I've gone for a little bit more of a paler blue now because of, in fact let's just go through, because of those art plates in the black books, because I was going through them, and this is actually the blue tone on this. There's a little bit of purple in the shadows, which you can't quite see, but I'm going to, like when I do my actual tutorial one, I'm going to kind of push the purple just a fraction further. So there's a little bit of purple in the shadows. So this blue is actually the same blue as I use on my Imperial Guard tanks, which is quite cool. So the Whirlwinds do not have an auto-loader like the Scorpius, which is the tonk you have. So they have to return to base or get out and manually reload in combat. Oh, wait. Oh, so are they the new the Whirlwinds, the new Whirlwind dude things? Some epic freehand. Well done, that man. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I am. Where's more of my freehand? I've done plenty of freehand. There's some freehand.
Rouge alert! Rouge alert! Abandoned shop!
Abandoned
This is
shop!
not a daffodil. Repeat, this is not a daffodil.
There's some Custodian's freehand. Where are the skulls? So the skulls I did because Rich told me to. Rich was like, there we go. Rich was like, do some freehand. I was like, okay. So yeah, I did some freehand. So this is for a big night panel. So we did some freehand for that. Yeah, freehand's fun. I like freehand, and I don't get very much opportunity to do it at the moment because there's so much detail on the models. Like, where do you freehand on this? Like, there's nowhere to freehand on this other than the tiny little lightning strikes, which we'll do at some point. I've Dominic Knox. I'm banging out a Night Lord of the Mo, trying for grey blues as a colour scheme looks alright. Nice one, Dusty. I can barely paint inside the lines. This is crazy. Thank you, Hayden. It's just practice, dude. Oh, right, hang on. So, as a result, Night Lords and the Iron Warriors, I think, give Whirlwind duty to Marines as punishment. No way, that's amazing. So, which Whirlwind are we looking at, Avian? Are we looking at the new one with the square launcher, or are we looking at the old one? Hey, Napster, how you doing? Nappy Napster. I can barely paint inside the lines. As a result, Jesus, it was some epic freehand. So, yes. So that's what we're doing. So I'm just blocking out all the black. I think that's everything. I think that's everything that we want black. What are these little straps on the back of the knees? Are these supposed to be straps, or are these part of the armour? Because I've just blacked in the recesses where the webbing is. But these little straps behind the knees, are these armour, or are these like just straps? I'm talking about the new model with the square launcher. So it's that. So I need to get the new one, because I do want some whirlwinds for the Night Lords, because whirlwinds for Night Lords seems very, very on brand, like proper terror squad or terror fighting. Because I have the old one, and I know that new one is coming out. So if that's what they're referring to, if that's the one that needs to be reloaded, that's quite funny. Beautiful stuff, Chris. Thank you, Muzz. Looks so great. Thank you, Piotr. How are you doing? I really don't want to black those out there, because they look really good with the highlight colour. So I don't want to black those ones out, annoyingly. Which is quite funny. I do need to get a little bit of the purple. Ah, hair. I think those hold the boots as one thing. Yeah, this little strap here behind the knee. I'm going to say that is armor, I think. I'm going to say that is armour. So we can black it out and then highlight it. Scorpius is good for anti-armor Space Marines. The new one can produce negative morale checks. Nice. Is that through a status? Because if that does it through a status, that's even better for Night Lords. Because Night Lords like statuses. But yeah, if the new one is referenced as like a Night Lord's punishment thing, that would be perfect, wouldn't it? That would be perfect. I like to think that mid-rift part has some internal light from the lighting running across the armour. Oh, this one here, that's just where the light is catching. That would be a highlight spot. But it's just so nice to kind of pick that out as a highlight spot. So yeah, one of the other ideas that I was talking about earlier as well, Avian, is I want to do because a lot of the Night Lord stuff seems to be favouring Terminators. So they seem to really like Terminators. I don't know whether that translates over into the lore, but they seem to really like Terminators. So I'm obviously going to have to wait for the new Tartarus Terminators to come out whenever they come out. And I've already got the Contor whatever they are. So I've already got those ones. The Praetor is already in Tartarus armour, which is quite cool, even though it's quite a poor sculpt. So I was going to do 3 units of Terminators in the Night Lords, and one of them was going to be the Saturnine. So hopefully whenever that mysterious Assault Saturnine box comes out, which I swear I saw a picture of, as we've spoken about before, whenever that comes out, I could do an Assault Saturnine squad to go with the other 2 squads, because you've got the Animentar, and you got the Conticar Termes. I've already got the Conticar ones because they're the resin ones, and then the Animentar ones are Tartarus. So you'd have to convert those ones up out of whenever the new Tartarus ones come out. And therefore, I thought it would be quite cool to do. Have I made a hole? No. I thought it would be quite cool to do a Saturnine Praetor for the Night Lords. I just need to think of a suitably impressive large weapon to give the Saturnine Praetor that is suitably Night Lordsy. So I do have the chainsword that is from the Lion. So the Lion has a chainsword variant. You can give him a massive giant chainsword, so I could turn that into like a massive chain glaive and give it a massive chain glaive, but that seems a little bit kind of on the nose and on point. So I was wondering whether to do like a giant sickle or something similar. I thought that might be quite fun. So I need to order some new Night Lords blue, because I need to make a mixing pot for this highlight colour, because it's really, really picky. It's really, really picky. Get yourself a Spartan. I've already got a Spartan. I already have a Spartan, and it's already painted blue. I need to repaint it in this blue, but yes, I already have a Spartan. The Spartan was already allocated to the Night Lords, as was the Vindicator, as was the Whirlwind, as was the Kratos. So I have a Kratos as well for the Night Lords, which is another reason why I thought this colour scheme would be really good, because I know this colour scheme works for tanks, because I've already done it for tanks. And I was really curious once I saw that art piece. Anyway, this is going to be this whole conversation is going to be up on Patreon as well. So if you want to have if you want to hear me kind of explain this in a little less of a waffly tone while I'm painting tone kind of thing, sign up to Patreon. But yeah, after I saw that art plate and was like, oh, maybe I should go a little bit more desaturated, because if I go saturated, I'm going to struggle like I did with the Raven Guard. I've struggled with the Raven Guard to do the chipping and the damage on the Raven Guard a little bit, and I'm a little bit kind of cross about it. So I was flicking through the art pages again, the art plates again, and I saw this kind of desaturated version which I showed up on stream earlier. And I was like, well, actually, if you look at those colours, it's very, very, very similar to how I did my tanks. So I know that's going to work because I've chipped my tanks and they look great. So if you want some little indicators that the Termi armour came from, say, the Iron Hands or Sally's. Oh wait, hang on. Talos carries a Blood Angel sword. That would be cool. Talos carries a Blood Angel sword. Get yourself a Spartan. Yep. Now you know that after the Dropsite Massacre, the new Mechanicum went and recycled the arms and armour of those who fell at the Urgol Depression. What if the Night Lords went in and said, "Oh, that Terminator armour looks nice. So if you want some little indicators that the Termi armour came from, say, the Iron Handle or the Sally's," nah. So that could be a lampshade to what happens to them in 40k. What? A Spartan Gundam. I got one. It's so cool. I will build it one day. Get yourself a Spartan. But down shadow tint from the neck brace will promote all that hard work. A down shadow tint from the neck brace will promote all that hard work. Bob's your uncle. Yeah, so anyway. Saturnine. So I'm going to do a Saturnine Praetor. And I've got one Saturnine which I didn't build from the 6 Saturnine that Games Workshop sent me when the new Saturnines came out, and I painted 3 of them for the article. Remember the 3 Deliverer Saturnines that I did for the article, which they called an alternative red colour scheme for the Raven Guard. Fucking idiots. And then I had to answer a million bloody messages on that. Why did you paint it an alternative red colour scheme? Well, it's actually a Deliverer colour scheme. And then I have 2 which I've just base coated red, so I could repurpose those and have 3 Night Lord Saturnine Terminators, which could be quite cool to then go with the Praetor. I want to try and pick up the Praetor. Yeah, and then just trying to work out what because there's got to be a 40k weapon. There's got to be a weapon in 40k that is large enough and Night Lordsy enough that you could give it to a Saturnine Praetor, but I don't know what that weapon is yet. I only thought about this just before I started streaming. So I haven't had a look on the Games Workshop website yet to figure out what it could be. So we need a Chris FAQ which says read the Warcom download here, insert Wayback Machine link. We need a Chris FAQ which says read the Warcom download here.
Yeah, but we can always build more killbots.
What have I missed? Is there something on Warcom that's perfect? Muzz, a Jungle Combat GM, a Jungle Gym. The Forge World Night Lord Praetor carries a big ass glaive thing. Oh, for the Deliverers? Yeah. Well, these I'll show you the Deliverers. Hang on. Minis. There you go. So they're the ones I did on Warcom, which I really liked. I think they came out super, super, super well. And this is also why I've kind of decided that I want to airbrush the Night Lords as well. And the only thing I need to do on these is this black is a different black to how I then did my Raven Guard, so I just need to go back in and change this black, which is dead easy. I just kind of glaze over it with the colour that I painted the new black. Yeah, this is really nice. It's even got a tiny little bit of glow on the leg. I think these are fab. I think they're really, really nice. I like them a lot. Yeah, they're fab. I like those. For the fluff, I always wanted 3 bodyguard Saturnines, still waiting for the upgrade sprue for them with hands. Yeah, Piotr, there was a picture, wasn't there? There was a picture in the initial article. There was a picture with assault Saturnines, and it's just vanished. We cannot find it anywhere on the internet anymore. We don't know where it's gone, and it's really annoying. Okay, so we now have to paint some silver. Now, I kind of want to do lead belcher, but I also kind of want to do burnt iron. So, if we go and have a look at the colour plate again. So this is a colour plate that what I was looking at. So this is what I'm basing the colour scheme on now, rather than... let's close all these down. That was a cool freehand. That was a commission. That was a commission for somebody who wanted some Custodes, a Custodes ship with like free-handed. It was Misericordia and an eagle on it. So we free-handed that as a commission. There we go. So unlike this, because this is what I was originally going to base the colour scheme on. Yeah, this is what I was originally going to base the colour scheme on, but I've gone to this for those reasons that I said. So we need a silver. Now this silver is it's a very desaturated silver. I think lead belcher will probably work okay, to be honest. I think lead belcher will work okay. We might have to mix something else into it. So, how about we mix some gunmetal into the lead belcher, and then we're thinning the lead belcher with a metallic pigment, which should be quite good. That should work out quite well. Should. Let's see. Allow us to find out. Allow us to find out together, sir. Oh, I also where's Demetria Titania? There she is. I also went a little bit heavier on the pigments on a base earlier. Oh, let me remove the art plates. There we go. Let me know what you think. Check this out, everybody. So this is what the concrete looks like straight onto the base, and this is what all my stuff is at the moment. And then I put a little bit of pigment powder in like recesses and stuff, and then on this one I went a little bit heavier on it and put it all, basically I put it all over. So this has got on Demetria Titania's base, so that's got pigment powder all over it, just to kind of darken it a little bit. Which one do we like more? Do we like the pale one, or do we like the one that's got a little bit more colour to it? I'm not even sure that is silver. Looks like crucible iron, or that metal my grandfather uses for welding. Yo, one stop! One stop! How are you doing? Yeah, Piotr is not actually silver, but it's like it's a silver metal. Definitely the darker one. Which one do you think? One stop. I'm not going to give you like what I've done, but which one do you prefer? Do you want to see? Do you want to see the Night Lord as well? One stop. Do you want to see the Night Lord? One stop. One stop. Stu, do you want to see the Night Lord? Lots of silica dust and less silica dust. Titania looks cool, like marble. Always. Like the Night Lord, I can imagine the Night Lord's having a bit of sparkle to scare people. A bit of sparkle? There's no sparkle on it. There shouldn't be any sparkle on it. There's no... Can you see sparkle on it? There shouldn't be any sparkle on it because it's had matte sealant. Because I seal the bases with matte sealant, so there shouldn't be any sparkle on it, even if a little bit of sparkle did get into the concrete. Can you see sparkle on it? Oh, you're looking at the metal on the armour. Oh, okay. That's nice. Basing is so cool. The basing is fucking piss easy. The basing is so easy. Basically, but pun intended. You walk around your neighbourhood and you find everybody who's got a brick wall, and the bits of mortar, the cement, the concrete that is holding the brick wall together, or the bits of mortar that falls out, or if you go and find a building site and it's got some kind of some concrete or cement that's like thrown away, you pick up some bits of those, you go home, you put it in a pestle and mortar and you smash it to bits, and then you can get really, really, really fine sand. Because that's the thing that bugs me, and it's bugged me for ages and ages and ages. Like, if you use builder's sand, it just doesn't work. So I was trying to find finer and finer and finer and finer sand. And you just smash up concrete. It's perfect. Right, are you ready, Stu? Are you ready, Stu? The claw glows. Which claw? What, that claw? Nothing glows. There's nothing glowing on here. Why does everybody think everything's glowing? There's nothing glowing. Anyway. Okay, so I think we're going to do that. We're going to mix those two together. We're going to mix those two together because this is quite bright. So this trim is quite bright on all the different armor bits. It's quite a bright armor. So if we start with a brighter metal, we can then darken it with some oil and stuff. Scraping out some mortar and the bricks falls out. No, I don't scrape the mortar out.
Christopher went to his neighbour's house with a jackhammer and just hit the wall to get some concrete for this bases. Now you all know what to do.
No, actually, so there was a building site around the corner. So I walked all the way around the neighbourhood and like picked up a few little bits of concrete from the base of walls that had fallen out and stuff. And then there was a building site with like a big pile of broken up concrete that they were smashing up and stuff. So I just took a big clump from there and smashed it to bits. The bot was restarted, it seems. Has the bot restarted? The bot has restarted. Okay, so let's use. So if we put a little bit of this in now, ordinarily, Games Workshop metallics, you have to thin them because, oh my god, I've got so much. Let's put a little bit of that back. That's so much. Put a little bit of that black. I don't need that much. Ordinarily, you have to thin Games Workshop metallics with some water. But what I'm hoping to do Napster is as stealth as a Raven God. Oh, did Napster do it? Oh! Is that why he was in chat? And then if I use this to thin it, I'm not only thinning it, I'm also lightening it a little bit. That's the idea, anyway. He's working on updates to the bots at the moment. Oh shit, 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 shit. I didn't mean to do that. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. Okay. Okay. Make sure there's no silver paint on my fingers, so when I pick the model up. Okay, so hopefully now. Are you painting tonight, Stu? Did I say? Did I see you were? Did I see you say you were doing armour? Where's Stu? Stu says... Oh, he didn't say. Who said they were working on armour? I thought somebody said they were working with armour. I thought that was Stu. My mistake. What's that? Oh, is that where you said you were working on armour? Did it pop up and I read it and didn't actually go and look at it? Oh yeah, there we go. Ah, oh, yes, dude. That's where I saw it. That's really cool, Stu. If this works out okay, this might be how I do my 40k Night Lords as well, dude. I'll show you all some of the skin I've been sculpting. I've done loads of flayed skin. Because the flayed skin's looking really cool. If you're on Patreon, you'll have already have seen it because I posted some pictures the other day. But I'll show them to you guys in a second. In fact, let's just finish all this. Let's finish all this metallic. This is a really nice. This is working out really well. Give it a second coat as and when it needs it. And then this, I love this this little blade is going to be, I'm going to need more of these blades because they're really cool. Although I don't think particularly relevant beyond the inducti, but what colour are the armour panels going, Stu? Is it a purple job? There we go. We've got a little bit of metallic on there, which we'll have to cover up in a second. Properly cool. Okay, I really like that. That's awesome. Like a less corrupted green. Ooh. A less corrupted green. Oh wow! Is it going the kind of the green of Abaddon in the background? Oh, this is going to be cool, dude. Going over Game Air Dead White. Oh wow! Fantastic, I like it. I like it. Right, have we got any... Have we got any... Hey, Olivia.
As you don't read the chat, Christopher. Potatoes. Tongue.
Oh, we've got potatoes. Give me a sec. Is Chip still up on your desk? One second. Oh, that paints beautifully as well, you know. There we go. This guy looks awesome! She just left. Aww. There's just an old base test lying around. Gotcha. So what? Hang on. What colour? It's a less corrupted green. Need a green to go over a Zenith for Death Guard night. Posted a pic of Sleepy Chips. Oh, nice one. Where are we? Discord. That's so cute. That's so cute. You can see where they get all their fluff from, can't you? You can see where they get all their fluff from. Oh my god. I'm cute. Can I has food? Can I has food? Can I has food? I bet your heart melts every time you see them with what you went through to save them and everything. That's super cool. Oh look, danger eyes purple. Yeah, that's the don't ask for anything. Don't ask for anything. Don't ask for anything. Damn it! Super cool. Super cool. Super cool. Right. So that's that. Is there anything else to pick out? Oh, I could probably pick out the fan. There we go. Added a bit of water into the dish so that hopefully I can wipe it and it will all come out. Should do. Little stainless steel mixing tins. There we go. All clean. All clean. Right. So, what have we got left to do that isn't... I want to throw some... I need to decide what colour to do the flesh. The skin tones. Ashen skin tone sounds good for a Night Lord. I need to deal with that dot, although that is going to get covered up with a transfer, so I think it is transfer time. Transfers before oils. What paint brand is an ashen skin tone? Is that a Pro Acryl? Is that a Pro Acryl colour? Is that a Pro Acryl? So we'll do that, and then I'll also I want a little bit of purple in there as well. So once that's dried, there's Druchii Violet. Once that's dried, we can use a little bit of Druchii Violet on it as well. Trying to clean the pot. Probably shouldn't even bother and worry about it. Right, so yeah, transfers. Where are my transfers? Is that Night Lords? No, that's Raven Guard. Is that Night Lords? Yes. Okay. Now it would be a mix. It would be a mix. Check. Hi, Poe. This is just so I'm just putting like a skin tone on there so that it's not white. We will obviously highlight this up. For those of you who are curious. But Bionics should always be a little bit purple around the Bionics. In my head anyway. There we go. I'll be on the Myford lathe again. I went on to face off the offcut to start making another plinth, but that's it. My fingernails are proof. Yeah, I should probably try and clean those. They get they hold dirt like nobody's business. This was probably the paint that I spilt a second ago. For Ashen Skin, for my Delac, and I do is mix 50-50 dark warm grey and tan flesh, then adding bright warm grey for highlights. Check out purples with the mixing. Check out purples. Go Perps. Right, okay, so transfers. What transfers do we need? I think this is just going to be a really, really simple transfer. Is there what squad marking? What squad marking is? Actually, does the Night Lord transfer sheet even have squad markings? Shit. What do we put on the other? What do we put on the other shoulder pad? What do we put on the other shoulder pad for Inducti? Because we don't have any squad markings in here. We don't really have anything that we can put on the other shoulder pad apart from some runes. Well, to be honest, that's even more of a reason to scatter those bonded studs Mark 6s across the army as well, because I've missed those. I think they look really cool on the Raven Guard, and I missed them on the Night Lords. The white hand and 2 thigh bones. I don't have any thigh bones. I have no thigh bone decals, as we have spoken about. I have not found thigh bone decals yet. A white hand. So is a white hand... Maybe I should give them a black shoulder pad, you know. Maybe I should give them a black shoulder pad. Or actually, maybe we should just freehand shitloads of lightning on it. Cut the fingers off the hands and make it a thumbs. Make it a thumbs up. Yeah, maybe we should just do loads of lightning. Because the Inducti aren't going to have that much else on them. This looks really good, by the way. I really like this. Inducti photos from White Dwarf. Oh, that picture again. Yeah, that's red. White hand and 2 bones. On a red. Oh, it's a crystal. Oh, Crystal. Crystal, say something in chat so we can have teeny tiny Tina. Tiny Tina! Crystal, how are you? I'm just about to show my my amazing sculpting that I've been doing. Oh, where was that one with... where was that?
Mozzie! I want to be on the show. Tina, don't! Tina! I'm going to be on the show. I'm going to be the star of the show. It's the Tina Show, starring me, Tiny Tina.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Where's the... How are you, Crystal? Crystal McEpic face. Crystal McEpic, how are you? Entering some stuff in at Salute tomorrow. Oh, what you taking? What you taking? I can't find the... I had a Night Lord. I had a Night Lord here that I put the Mark 7 helmet on, and I can't see it. Where did that go? Found him. Right. Here we go. Here's my amazing sculpting. Screamer Killer, a sister, Goblin Bust, and Yabeh, my Blood Bowl diorama. I do like the Yabeh Blood Bowl diorama. There we go. So we've been doing some flayed flesh sculpting, which has been really good fun. Been really enjoying it, and obviously we've thrown a Mark 7 helmet on Mark 2 armor because I want some Mark 7 helmets on my Night Lords because they're amazing. So we're gonna have to start throwing Mark 7s on things, but I really miss this stud. I really miss the studded armor, the shoulder pads. So we are also going to have to start scattering those in across all the marks as well. So I think we're going to have mismatch. I think we're going to have a mismatch of everything on the Night Lords, which should be quite fun. And I do really like look how cool are the Sons of Horus ones. Sons of Horus helmets are awesome. Sons of Horus ones looks really good. So yeah, I've got to do. I want to do 10. I've got 10 sculpted with the flayed skin. So I'm just going to do 10 despoilers. So 10 with bolt pistol and chainsword. I don't think despoilers have any. I don't think they do. I don't think they have any war gear options other than you can obviously give them Voxers and the Vexillas. And in the Night Lords, the sergeants can have like a fear. They can basically hang a dead human on their back banner, and then that unit causes fear, which is cool. You're now miffed. Limited artwork on Inducti in the Siege of Cathonia book. Oh no. Right, so what do I do about this shoulder pad then? What do I do about this shoulder pad? Do we just put loads of free-handed lightning on it? We could. Oh no. Yeah, maybe we should do it red. Maybe we should do it red, you know. Maybe we should do it red. Oh, that's a cool green, dude. That's a cool green. That's gonna look really good. So why are you doing a Death Guard one? Bronze or silver trim? Bronze. Bronze every day of the week. Yeah. That's gonna have to be... It's gonna have to be a red shoulder pad, isn't it? Do I have to snap it off? Is it going to snap off? Or is the arm going to come with it if I snap it off? Yeah, the arm's going to come with it. Oh my god. God damn it, that's properly glued on. Shit balls. Okay, let's glue that back on. For the Harbingers. Ah. Have you got all your entries? Have you got all your entries all packed up and ready? Crystal McEpic Face. That's exciting. That's exciting. I'm glad you're entering. Okay, we're going to have to do some very, very careful. We're going to have to do some very careful airbrushing to get that to be red for the Harbingers. So we need a Night Lord's symbol on there. So at least we can do that symbol. And we're not going to do anything else. I'm not going to put any other markings on the inducti because they're fresh. So they're fresh. They can just have no additional marking stuff. Ooh. Is that the Chosen kit? That's the Chosen kit, isn't it? The Chosen have lightning claws. They're cool lightning claws. Shit. Yeah, that's the Chosen kit, isn't it? Yeah, nice. Nice. Right, let's just touch over that. There we go. It's as good as gone. As good as gone. Right. So once that transfer's ready, we need a little bit of I need a little bit of Microsoft. Excuse me for the sneeze.
Bless ya.
Thanks, Perp. Sorry about that. A little bit of Microsoft to sit underneath the transfer. And then we're going to pick the transfer off the wet palette. And then place it problem with the Night Lords transfers is that they're very big, so you have to work quite a bit at them. Oh, I tell you what, should I use a black transfer rather than the red wings? Should I use a black transfer to mark out that they're inducti? Or a white transfer? Because that is then also saving a transfer. I think I might do that, you know. I think I'm gonna. So here's a tip for everybody. If you do have a transfer that you want to keep and you've put on by accident, you can really easily just remove it, drop it back on transfer paper, again, these are so big. I'm trying to slide it up a fraction. There we go. There. And then we can let that dry, and then next time you can just cut it out. So let's use a black, because I've only got so many of these. So there's like 10 there. So that's an entire squad of despoilers, and then I'll only have like 6 left. So let's use a black one. Let's use a small black one actually. Shall we use a small black one? Let's use that'll work, won't it? Let's use a small black one. God, that was a fucking palaver. Right. Wet the brush, pick up the transfer, drop it on the wet palette, add some water to it. There we go. Yeah, let's do a black one. Didn't you read the article on the inducti and the people were saying I did this because, so the inducti meant to be loose in their markings? I did this because. What do you mean I did this because? What, like the person who was painting them did it because? Okay. Well, you know what I think about me having to explain stuff that I've done, but I think varying it in that sense is okay, and I think we will make that red. I think we will make that red. I'll just have to airbrush it. I will airbrush that. The person painting it gave an explanation, not some law reason. Yeah, like, yeah. Whatever. I painted these pink because these ones decided that they liked pink flowers on the land that they were on. I painted these ones bright purple because he ate a blueberry. I'm doing these ones black because they're inducti. What is wrong with purple? The red will give a nice simple, hey, this is inducti. See, yes. However, I kind of wanted to save the red for an elite unit. I kind of wanted to have an elite unit with the red shoulder pad. So I might still just do like loads of lightning on this shoulder pad. Hey, Squeezel. So yeah, I kind of like I had in my head that the red was a really good marker for an elite unit. If you were reading, if like the black books had like all the red ones were somebody's gang markings or something. So I might still go that's cool. That's cool. I might still go I mean, the other thing is that I wanted everything like to be a little bit more chaotic, so like throwing in a red shoulder pad here and there because I didn't want them to be regimented. Is it missing the red now? Well, censored, now I have an idea of using pirate flags for inspiration for the Night Lords. Yeah, I was trying to find a Skull and Crossbones transfers. Don't know whether I like that. Don't think I like that. Which is going to surprise nobody. I like the smaller size. I like the smaller size. So we'll use a smaller size one. Right. For anybody who is not used to my streams, yes, I do this a lot. Oh, this is a good idea. Oh, I don't like that. I'm painting these black on the outside because I'm black on the inside. What is wrong with purple? How about a red skull for an elite unit? Right. Yeah, really simple. Really simple armor scheme for the Inducti. And then still with like loads of kind of like blood splatter and stuff. So we're going to get plenty of detail on it, and we're going to get some red on it as well. Ah! There we go. Microsoft on that transfer. There we go. That's better. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy now. I'm happy. I'm happy now. Yes, Stu. Yes, Stu. Yes, Stu! It's looking good. Yeah, he is happy. Yeah. Happy now. So we'll do loads of... Oh, now there's a question. There's a question. Let's go to the art book and see if we can get an answer to this question. Because that's a question and a half. Is the lightning weathered? So, does the lightning have weathering chips on it? Or is the lightning immune because of magic? So, do I do the lightning before or after? That's a really badly applied lightning strike. That's a really badly applied lightning strike. Yeah, because all this has got battle damage on. There is not a single example of a lightning strike being interrupted by a chip. That's nuts, by the way. That centre one there. None of the lightning is battle damaged. What? That hasn't got any lightning on it. Apart from up here. That hasn't got any lightning on it. That hasn't got any lightning on it. What? What? Okay, so lightning after seems to be... I'll tell you what. I'll do initial lightning. I'll do initial lightning before the chipping. And then I'll do the highlight lightning after. How about that? There you go, the one with the claw on his boot. Didn't the lightning strike get interrupted by the boot? The claw on his boot. One with a claw. He's not got a claw on his boot. He hasn't got a claw on his boot. He hasn't got a claw on his boot. Where's the one with the claw on his boot? The regular... Oh, the regular marine with the lightning claw. No, that's all complete. Like it's even got a that's all complete. There's not a single chip. That's mental and really cool. Oh, it's on the other PDF. That one. So that one's blood splatter. That's got blood splatter going over it. Yeah, no battle damage. So it's official. Apart from that really, really badly photoshopped one. It's official. I mean, they're all really badly photoshopped. To be fair, on that one, that's not a great art plate. So it's official then. Lightning strikes are immune to battle damage. Do they paint them? They say they paint them on themselves. Do they paint them on themselves like after every battle or something? I need to add blood splatters. I do, yes. That is the last thing that gets added. The last thing that goes on is the blood splatter. Wow. Wow! Okay. That's really interesting. Okay, so that's on there now. So then we can oil wash over that. I'm going to filter the whole thing with an oil wash, and I need to do the initial lightning, and I want to do loads of lightning on that shoulder pad. So let's do, and I want a different blue for the lightning than I have already used. Or do I? Or do I? Or do I? Or do I? Let's try it. I can't imagine them being like the Blood Angels cleaning up their armor after each engagement, but who knows? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I find that very, very interesting. I really need to put this into a flip-top pot. Yeah, I find that very interesting. That's really, really intriguing. Okay, so before everybody gets like, oh, well, that's not very good, about this lightning strike, this is the first lightning strike, and then this gets weathered and chipped, and then they all get highlighted on top of, which is then neater. Not quite the right brush for this. Where did I put my other brushes? Da, 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 da. Bro, you are licking the paint off your brush. I am. Don't do it. Many times apparently. Yep. Don't do it. Don't lick your brush, guys. That's not bad. Right, shall we do... which arm shall we do? Do this arm. That's a pretty cool shoulder pad. There's pretty cool shoulder pad. Quick sip of tea to wash the paint down. Okay. So we need to put a another coat of Microsol on the transfer. Now you won't see me licking my brush with this on it. So once the transfer is dried, I don't know whether to highlight the black now before we do the wash. Might be worth. There we go. it's come out pretty well, hasn't it? Shall we? I like the grey. I think this is the Target song. What colour are the belts, by the way? Belts are silver on that one, silver on that one. Oh, they're all silver. Oh.
Demonstration of our power.
Demonstration of our power.
Badr Aziz.
Get another one, you moron.
I think I have one.
In the truck. In the truck. Blood Angels don't need to clean their armour, they're red for a reason. Yeah. Especially just after the battery had died, Purples. That was a good one. Well timed. Boo! That was good. That was good. That was all right. I hated it. Boo! Yeah, it was. That was pretty good, Perps.
That was wonderful. Bravo! I loved that. Oh, it was great. Well, it was pretty good. Well, it wasn't bad. Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though. It could have been a lot better. I didn't really like it. It was pretty terrible. It was bad. It was awful. It was terrible. Get him away! Hey, boo!
You caught Avian 2 for Purple! That is a really, if you can time that one, it is really good, that one. It's all about the timing. That one was pretty well timed. You love this one. What, the Statler and Waldorf or the undisconnect? The USB one. It is very good. What's everybody doing at the weekend? Anybody got any plans? Is there anything coming out tomorrow that people are ordering? Only ordered the Flying Boy custards. Oh yeah, they're out tomorrow, aren't they? That's cool. That's cool. Obviously these aren't pink, they are blood. I'm just putting them giving them a different colour so the blood will have something to punch through. I have to go to the accountant with my taxes tomorrow. Then we go to my son's. Ooh. Oh, you've already ordered the Flyboy. Oh, okay. So you don't have to do anything tomorrow. Do we like the very extreme lightning shoulder pad? There we go, look how flat that is now going. That is beautifully going flat. Well, I thought an evening stream might allow a few more people to kind of pop in, but it's been a bit quiet, hasn't it? There we go. Here's a try-hard Chris with that lightning. What? What do you mean I'm a try-hard? I think it looks pretty cool. Oh, the Marine is a try-hard. Gotcha. What colour are their handles? That looks black. That looks black. Are all the Are all their handles black? All their handles are black. That's cool. That's nice and easy. So even the chain-glaive handles are black. So nice and easy. Okay, nice quick grey highlight on the black. Probably needs to be a slightly paler grey. He got uplifted and is trying hard to be the best Knighty Night Lord. Okay, that has settled beautifully. There's a tiny crease just there, which might go with a little bit more Microsol, but that's pretty damn good. I'd better put that back in. Put that back in there. Gotta run. No worries, I'm going to finish in a second as well, perps.
Emotional damage!
That looks really cool, Stu. I like that. I like like the hydrophobic speckling on the top right hand side one. That looks really cool, like it's blistered. So if you can work out how you did that on the, I think that's on the pre-highlight, isn't it? If you can work out how you did that kind of blistering hydrophobic on the pre-highlight, that looks like it's blistered. It looks really cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's good. Right. Okay, so I'm going to do another one of these. Well, I'm going to do all of them, to be honest. So I'm going to get them all up to this kind of point. Once I've done the oil wash, I'll do the oil wash off stream in a second, because that needs to dry. And then I will record it for Patreon. Record the process for Patreon. So, should be a good one, that. It looks pretty cool. I like that. I like that. I like that. Right. Is there anybody on? I'm guessing there's loads of people on. It's Friday night, right? Catch you later, everybody. See you on Monday.